We are live. Feel free to imbibe. See, here as I is, just stacking some wood. And I sees what happened this morning up there in Canada. And I says to myself, well, that don't look pretty. So I looked a little closer. And hats off to Mr. Angry Cops, AC. Let's just be clear, that were no damn Experoshun. It were no Experoshun. That was what we call a car accident with a fiery conclusion. How many of these car accidents with a fiery conclusion have we ever seen? If you didn't know, this has happened on several occasions. It happened to the Tijuana crossing down in San Diego. It happened to another border crossing in Canada, I believe in the Ottawa area. And it also happened in Israel just recently. So, like I said, that was not, even if it was like a terrorist attack, that was not an explosion. See, for it to be an explosion, it has to be a deflagration of an extremely rapid case. Okay? So, meaning that it's not just fuel oil igniting in the air, it actually has to be a container that is containing the fuel oil and enough oxygen to burn that fuel oil to at least deflagrate it, if not detonate it. That being said, that's not what we watched happen. We saw a big fire. Yeah, sure, there's a fireball. Hey, woohoo. An idiot drove in through a border crossing and ended up destroying the guard shack and, the Rainbow Bridge, I guess they want to call it. But, well, parts of it were damaged, not really destroyed. But my point remains the same. It was not an explosion. So, if you guys want to see an explosion, I'm pretty sure I can do a few things that are still legal. Please, God, still be legal by the time I get to it. Fucking Biden's fucking ATF and all that shit. What can I say, though? I'm... Yeah. Anyways, so, yeah, it's just another fantastic Freddy. You're absolutely right about that, Joe. No, Tanya, that is not it. But, that being said, you are actually still welcome on my stream. No. What caused me to not come to your place anymore was that you were yelling and screaming and shouting, and I couldn't get a word in edgewise, hon. So that's why I just said, you know what? I'm just not going to put up with it anymore. I'm not going to take myself to that level. I'm not going to beat myself up because, yeah, you had every right to go off on a feller, but at the same time, it detracted from the rest of us who were there for you. So, sorry about that. Any Hoosiers, as I was a-saying, yonder situation up in Canada was not an explosion. No matter how much they want to try and push that shit on us, it was not an explosion. Hey, Fetty, how you doing, brother? Much respect and love. Well, because at the time you went off on me for simply telling you that this was getting out of hand and stupid. And so when you went off on me, I I went off on you back. What I call turnabout's fair play. And like I says, when I do that, I just I walk away. I'll sell my piece and I straight up walk out. Any Hoosiers, as I was saying. Yeah, we're talking about the Rainbow Bridge up in Cananadirt, where just about, what was it, 4 hours ago now, feller decided to go and drive his vehicle right through the freaking the guard shack and ended up obliterating his car and the guard shack and creating a little bit of a fuel spill, which ignited. Now, as I said before, it was not a deflagration or a detonation, but a conflagration. And conflagrations, we know what a conflagration is. I mean, I can make a conflagration with this. I can't really do a detonation with it. I can't really do a deflagration with it, but I can do a conflagration with this. So everybody knows what a conflagration is. So, anyways, yeah, he caused a fire. He didn't cause an explosion like the freaking mainstream misleads you would actually be says, because I literally sat there with angry cops and a couple of other people, well, a couple of thousand other people who are in the chat, and watched as that vehicle caught fire. That's not an explosion, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put it this way. If that is an explosion, I'm a blue ass baboon. Now I don't know about you, but my canines are not that long. They're long, but they're not that long. So I don't think I'm a blue ass baboon. That being said, maybe I am a monkey and I just don't know it. What I can say is that that was no explosion. That was a dickhead with a fuel leak who decided to go a little bit too fast through the kiosk. So, yeah, what can I say? That's my point, Joe. That's my point. They have blue faces and red asses. A blue ass baboon doesn't fucking exist. That's the whole point, brother. Oh. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people who are pissed about their canceled flights and this, that, and the other. And I'm going to be like, look, guys, this is the whole reason why I drive. I drive because I cannot fucking stand the absolute shenaniganery that comes out of the fucking TSA. But hey, you know, I'm just a logical person, so why would I have a problem with the TSA, right? Well, let me see here. The TSA existed before 9/11. It just so happens that they were a very small security force that literally did abso-fucking-lutely nothing except for check your baggage. So they did not catch a bunch of fucking razor knives, let alone, you know, the fact that pocket knives, they used to let pocket knives onto fucking airplanes. Now they don't. Hell, I mean, I got my ass freaking literally put on a no-fly list for a pocket knife this fucking big. A pocket knife this fucking big. If you didn't know, it's the Victorinox, what do they call that? The their base model. It's like the fucking A1 or some shit, or the V1. It's literally a penknife that's this long, that thick, and has 3 blades: a knife blade, a nail file, and an awl. Which the knife blade is not even as long as my pinky finger. My pinky finger is actually more deadly than the pocket knife they tried to throw me in jail for trying to go and pick up my aunt from the airport. No, I was not getting on a plane or nothing. I was just going to pick her up. If you know what I mean. So yeah, the TSA is a completely fucking useless organization. The most that they do is end up busting people for shit that doesn't really fucking matter. And then they entirely forget about the people that really do fucking matter. Because, let me put it this way. Look, if it was really my intent, I don't need to take anything onto a plane. Because of what I know. So, that being said, you know, the whole thing about, oh, we're not going to let you on a plane, that's fine. I don't fucking fly anyways, because I don't like flying, because it makes me fucking sick to my stomach. But that's neither here nor fucking there. What if I actually have to take a flight because I say, you know, somebody said from the fucking White House or something calls me up and says, hey, we'd like to present you to the nation. Well, fuck, I can't get there. Sorry, boss. And this is why I cannot fucking stand TSA. They're absolute stupid motherfuckers. I can't even see a reason for having them. They do absolutely nothing except annoy passengers. You know what? I've never seen them do anything except annoy passengers. I've heard stories, okay? I've heard stories about people who, as rambunctious and crazy as they might be in everyday life, especially when they get drunk, when they're getting on a plane, they are the most fucking calm, cool, collected, not fucking doing shit, not gonna go and fuck around, not doing nothing like that kind of people. They are super uber fucking scared of the TSA and would not ever fuck around. And yet these motherfuckers end up getting busted for a fucking .22 pistol in their fucking backpack that they forgot was even there. So, this is why I sit there and I'm like, you motherfuckers are useless. You're absolutely useless. Because on that same fucking flight that this person got kicked off of, a lady got literally tackled to the floor and dragged off the plane at the next stop because she would not fucking shut up and sit down. This is what I'm talking about, people. It's like, yeah, they let the crazy ones on, but they're the fucking sane ones. No, you can't come on board because, you know, you made an oopsie. So you're kind of banned from flying for the next fucking decade. Yeah. Imagine for a second how little fucking compassion I have for the TSA. And I don't fly. I think that's the place. That's for the ducks. You know, that's where the ducks go. The ducks fly. I'm the guy on the ground with the shotgun, like, duck. Got him. You know, that's why I don't get up there in planes. I'm like, dude, there's too much lead flying in this direction. Not saying that the lead would ever get up there. It's a joke, y'all. Just fuck. And yes, Billy, absolutely. Happy birthday, Eugene Stoner. And thank you, sir, for the AR-15. If y'all didn't know, Eugene Stoner's rifle platform that he designed is, for all intents and purposes, the mama and daddy of the AR-15. Well, let's put it this way. If the M16 is the daddy of the AR-15, then the mama of it is the Stoner M60. And if you didn't know, both of those other ones were actually built with a fun switch. The AR-15 is not. Fuck. So, anyways, it's on the level of, I think that whoever committed that stupid bullshit is probably a terrorist, but at the same time, it might have just been a failed set of brakes. You guys don't know. Fuck, nobody knows. You know? And I understand, Tomcat. I'm the kind of prick that would sit there and fucking shout out evil too, so they leave my ass on the ground even though I've been proven competent in a courtroom, so therefore, legally speaking, I'm supposed to be back on the fly list. But, what do I know? What I do know is that these assholes will literally rob you blind of everything of your possessions and turn around and tell you it's your fault that you got it taken away. Even though most of the time it's not your fault. Like, for instance, with that individual who was caught with a .22 caliber fucking pocket pistol in his backpack. His carry-on, you know, full of fucking squirt guns for a company party in fucking Cancun. His son had been using the backpack a couple of days before and left the pistol in there. So yeah, fuck you, TSA. The man didn't even know. He had no idea, didn't even know. And so y'all motherfuckers are just like, oh, well, we're going to take it out on you, even though, you know, you didn't know because you're supposed to know. Huh. Kind of like you motherfuckers were supposed to know that a bunch of freaking ragheads were going to go and blow up the fucking Twin Towers. But you didn't do that, did you? Ooh, you didn't know shit about it. You just kind of said, oh, well, yeah, we're just going to let it happen, you know? I mean, according to the fucking TSA, they knew about it, but that was back when they still admitted that shit. Now, they won't admit it to nobody that that's the case. Of course, you know, don't listen to me. I'm just some fucking redneck in the woods. But, I have a long-ass memory. I remember the NSA and the TSA both coming out and saying, yeah, we knew Osama bin Laden was making threats. We knew that there were these particular individuals in America that had background ties to Osama bin Laden. And we knew that they were taking piloting courses. But when they boarded the planes, we didn't expect them to go and fucking commit a terrorist act, right? Well, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it, motherfuckers? And tell me that you didn't know it was the case. That's a whole horse shit. I watched you talk about it. Shit, I watched you admit it on national motherfucking television. So, yeah, miss me with your bullshit. And before you ask, where's the footage, man? If it's not on camera, it didn't happen. Listen up, jackasses. I lived through it. What the fuck you think they're gonna do with shit that's, goes against their narrative? Duh. Delete it. But hey, I don't know anything about how digital shit works, right? I mean, oh, that's why I don't even fucking start recording when somebody's attacking me. I just start fucking blasting. Oh. But, yeah, pull out your camera. Get the motherfucker's face on camera so that at least we can catch his ass after he kills you. How about no? How's it about you pick his ass up off the fucking ground? That way you know who was fucking shooting. Me and the other asshole that was trying to shoot me. There you go. Now we can figure it out from the gun next to him on the fucking ground and the fact that his corpse is there. And I'm bleeding, motherfucker. Guess what? That's about how it works. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? Watch the shit happen in real fucking time. That's what most of us went through. Like most of us older folks. And I say older folks, like, look, if you were a millennial who was born before the turn of the millennium, you watched this shit happen in real fucking time. Stop denying it. If you're older than millennial, you ain't got no motherfucking excuse. But like I said, if you're a millennial of my age group, 35, 36, somewhere's in there, on up to about 40 now. You ain't got no room to fucking lie. Literally watched it happen in real time. If you weren't paying attention to it, that's not my fault. Because the rest of the fucking nation was paying attention to it. Yeah, they were on our radar. They were on your radar. They were also on the fucking National Defense Grid radar. They were on the fucking radar of the F-18 circling over the fucking head and still didn't get shot the fuck down. So tell me what the fuck you're talking about. They were on your radar. Like I said, can't stand the fucking TSA, the FBI, the NSA, any of those motherfuckers because they're goddamn useless. Hell, who is it that was sitting down there at the border, got his ass almost shot the fuck off, and literally turned around and broke it to the fucking American public like, hey, guess what? This is what's happening. People fucking still to this day question, why do you carry that big ass fucking gun on your hip? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the police don't give a fuck. And when I went and I told them, hey, people are invading our fucking country, they told me, well, you better not have shot at them or you're going to prison. But they fucking shot at me. That doesn't matter. You can't shoot back. Okay, fuck you. I'm out of this fucking state. That's what I says. So, yeah. When it comes down to that shit, miss me with the fucking bullshit. Miss me with the drama story. Miss me with the horror. Because the reality of it is, I've seen way too fucking much in my life to sit there and go, it's no big deal. No, motherfuckers, that's a big fucking deal. But that's the one thing we're ignoring as a nation. Hell, my own mother said, Biden is getting blamed for everything that Trump did. Hold on a second. So you're telling me that it takes 4 years for policies to go into effect. What does that say about Obama? What does that say about Bush? What does that say about Clinton? See, that's what I'm saying. If the years of Trump being so bad, the years of Biden being so bad is because of Trump, then the years where Trump was coming into office being so bad is because of Obama. And the first years of Obama being so good is because of fucking Bush. And the years of fucking Bush being first in office being so bad is because of fucking Clinton. Jesus motherfucking Mary and Joseph. Does it not come through to you? This is what I'm talking about. This is on that level. That's why I didn't even fucking argue the fucking case, because let me tell you something. That shit fucking makes me fly off the fucking handle, and I'm not going to do that to my mama. I love my mama to death. All right. She asked me, please don't talk to her about Trump. I says, fine. Look, you're not going to listen to reason. I can't do nothing for you. I can't stop you from whatever decision you're going to make. It's yours. But that being said, I turn around to everybody else and I says, look, don't believe the fucking hype. Trump is not part of Agenda 2025 or whatever the fuck that shit is. Look, Trump gets into office, he would be a lame duck president at this point. Because the Congress is flooded with Democrats. Flooded with them. And rhinos, mind you. Let's look at it this way. Yesterday, me and my cousin were discussing Sarah Suckerballs Handles. Oh, sorry. I got that backwards. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's directly tied to the WEF, is not even an American by birth. And, well, no, wait, I take that back. She is an American by birth, but by heritage, which is the other part of becoming a president, she's not. Both your parents have to be born in America, and you have to be born in America to qualify for being the president of the United States. Not sure everybody read that part of the fucking Constitution, but it's there. So, yeah, Obama was an unconstitutional president, if you didn't know. Which I know everybody here knows that. It's just a matter of, look, dude literally broke the law in so many different fucking ways that we actually cannot fully grasp everything that he did. And when people say, oh, well, it's not Obama, it's not the president, it's not this, that, or that, I'm like, hold up, son. Because there's this one little slight caveat to all that you don't know about a president if you're sitting there and saying that. The president shall be the only one of the executive branch with the explicit power of veto. Which means they're the only ones who can stop an unlawful, unconstitutional law from taking place. So if that's the case, well, then I guess it is the president's fault. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to get real seasick. I'm about to flip script. Whoa, shit pickles. Okay, that's better. So anyways, as I've been saying, this is where it comes down to justice for all. logic and reason, common sense. These are things that we need to have as individuals, as Americans, specifically because every American is a politician and every American is a fucking war fighter. Whether you like it or not, every single one of you is a war fighter. Every single one of you is a politician. That's the way our country was built. No, they did not do away with the Constitution. They like to fake like they did, brother, but they can't. They actually can't. Okay? The one thing about the Constitution is that it says this is the highest law of the land. This is what we all as Americans prescribe to. Whether or not, the Congress or the president prescribes to it, that's not their that actually has fucking absolutely nothing to do with how they're supposed to work towards the effectation of their office. They still lawfully have to follow the Constitution, and when they don't, that is what is called constitutional treason. This is laid out in the Federalist Papers. Okay, the Federalist Papers dictate how the federal government is supposed to act. The non-Federalist Papers are about how the state governments are supposed to act. So, good God. You're getting banned off of YouTube this week, so give you some advice so you can make it happen sooner? Well, the logical set for that would be to get at least 3 strikes in a row, not community guideline strikes, but community strikes, as in you're going out there and you're bullying people straight up and straight the fuck out. You are going and harassing people in their own homes. Okay? That's a crime, by the way. You will go to fucking jail if you don't die first. But that's the quick way. Just saying, if you want any kind of way to go about it, look at Sniper Wolf. She got her ass banned off of fucking YouTube because she was going and harassing a dude. So, yeah, like, if you want to get banned off of YouTube real fast, and maybe get your ass shot the fuck up because you decided to go and fuck around and find out, that's how. Just saying, bruh. I would not suggest it. Hey, Eric. Yeah, that's another way to do that. Use some race-related words. I mean, the quickest way I ever got a freaking suspension here on YouTube, and this is years ago, mind you, years and fucking years ago. I made one of my videos kid-friendly on accident. Like, I actually clicked the thing that said, yes, this is for kids. And it was completely by fucking accident, and I couldn't change it after the fact. So YouTube put a permanent ban on that video. I had to make it private. And then I just fucking outright deleted it. And then, they came back and gave me a 30-day suspension. So, yeah. Yeah, the stupid fucking COPPA thing. You're absolutely right about that one. Yeah. That's actually what got me banned in the first place. And then they went back and went, oh, shit. Look, we're sorry. We didn't realize, all of your content is actually marked as not safe for work, not safe for children sort of thing. So, and you literally do this for every other video. It's just this one fucking video and you actually deleted it. We're sorry. We'll give you back your channel. That's literally what the fucking email said. Then they came back after me and started just fucking cutting me down at the knees, like copyright, fucking, every fucking claim they could make. Like, I just started getting hit left and fucking right by the YouTube algorithm gods. So, Yeah, no, that's not recent, by the way. That video is not a recent video. That's about like 5, 6, 7 years ago. All right, this is back when I was still in Blythe. That video got me a 30-day suspension. But it was just me sitting there talking shit about how YouTube is making it so that I have to go and then select this, that, or the other, or they'll show it to kids, which I thought was fucked up. So then they made it so that if you don't select, this is a video made for kids, okay, then they would fuck you over and make it so that you couldn't get views. So on accident, I fucking hit that portion thinking, I actually clicked on the one that was otherwise, because when I went to go and upload that video, because a video previous had gotten not a strike, no, it got shadow banned. And I was getting shadow banned like fucking crazy. And I found out why. And it's that, not safe for work shit. Newsflash, I cuss like a fucking sailor. I drink like a fish and I smoke like a goddamn chimney. If you've got a problem with that, you're in the wrong fucking place. Welcome to common sense. So any Hoosiers, I'm just going to sit back, I'm going to relax, and I'm not going to do nothing. But I wanted to point out a few things that I saw in the doobly-doobs today, which was just glorious. Ballot measure 114 stopped in its entirety by an almost 150 fucking 8-year-old law. Yeah. Shadow ban this, motherfuckers. Exactly. Literally stopped dead in its tracks by a fucking 158-year-old law. 1857, the Oregon Blue Law is passed, stating that in order to purchase certain heavy liquors, okay, heavy liquors are liqueurs and heavy liquors like alcohol, like whiskey and rum and vodka and gin. All of those have to be purchased in a state-run facility. Okay, now that was one flip side of it, because at the time they were also in the middle of the Comanche Wars and the Cheyenne Wars. Okay, so they're sitting there fighting Native Americans, and they're asking for, the right to be able to carry their pistols in public, which they shouldn't have had to fucking ask for. But they were fighting against the cities going and turning around and saying, you can't do this. So, since that was the case, they went to the courts and whatnot. The courts sided with them. In fact, they passed an act. It wasn't the courts, mind you. The legislature passed an act that stated that you may have about your person in public rifles, pistols, shotguns of a repeating nature. Now, this is back in 1857, mind you. This is back when, and I'm going to show this off, but YouTube, let's be clear, this is not a modern firearm, okay? You could carry one of these on your hip in public, in the cities, with no repercussions, because this was a personal defense weapon. We were at war in this state. Go fucking figure. So, that's where the Oregon Blue Law comes from. Now, they would, it used to be illegal to sell a gun above a 36 caliber to a Native American as well, because they were considered man stoppers. They were considered, whatchamacallit, what did they call those? It was a man killer round. Yeah. So Yeah, but here's the thing. Now BoobTube is losing their fucking minds. I just had somebody jump down. I'm checking the counter here. I just had somebody jump down to go and report me. So this video is going to be shadow banned. I'm just fucking putting it out there, letting you know. So, you know. But yeah, they're going to go and they're going to sit there and report my video as being, you know, goes against community guidelines because I throw you a firearm, even though it's a fucking black powdered revolver, you pieces of shit. And there's plenty of those videos here on YouTube. In fact, they're all fucking monetized except for my channel. My channel is not monetized for that exact reason. You are powerless. Cheerio, motherfuckers. So anyways, as I was saying, the Oregon Blue Law is what literally shot down this new fucking big ass magazine ban, because it was literally a law stating that you could carry multiple rounds capable of being deployed at that moment for your own personal defense and the defense of your community. This was actually called a blue law because it was a militial law. Okay? Having to deal with the blue coats. You didn't know. Yes. It was a militia law. So by militia law, you were allowed to carry a 6-shooter pistol about your hip, a repeating rifle. Now, do you know what a repeating rifle is? But for instance, this is an air gun, is a repeating rifle. The barrel is rifled. It shoots multiple shots per loading, not per trigger pull, but per loading. Every trigger pull releases 1 round. Okay. Secondarily, and the difference, and there went the mister jumping down to go and report my fucking video again. Just so we're clear. Yeah, we know who you are, dude. You're literally jumping in and out to do it. This is a repeating pistol. Okay. 6 shots, fully and completely legal in the state that I'm living in for me to carry openly, according to the actual state law. That's just according to the state law. That's not even according to, you know, the Second Amendment, which we're very clear on is the law of the fucking land. Deal with it. But, you know, yes, this is the pistol I carry because it uses the blue law to its advantage. Because even a court jester, a court judge, cannot state that the pistol that is on my hip conflicts with that law. Nor does it conflict with any law since. Ergo, it's actually a protected firearm under that particular act. See, this is where I go and I just get, you know, I just love the fact that I can go and do these things and turn around and be like, you know what, just because you're butthurt because you're not willing to go and protect yourself does not mean that I have to go without. Because what you don't know about me is I am a former victim of violent crimes. This was at the exact moment I was trying to join the United States Army in so much. I literally was at my brother's house and I was sitting there. Dog, shut the fuck up before I come in there and show you why. You about to fuck around and find out. Good God almighty. I'm sitting here talking. You don't need to be barking over me, dude. We've had this discussion. Go sit down, go lay down, go do something like that. Sorry, where was I? Oh, yes, Fuffle. See, here in Oregon, not a lot of people are willing to do it anymore because, better firearms exist. Sure. But you're allowed to carry a rifle, a shotgun, a pistol about your person, and openly, mind you, without a permit, without any of that extra bullshit. You don't actually have to have that, legally speaking. And that's even including modern firearms. If you're allowed to legally own a modern firearm, you're allowed to legally carry that motherfucker. That's the law here. So if that's the case, and yet everybody's so butthurt about the gun violence. Oh my God. Oh my God, they're going to come out for me. Look, son, I'll probably be the motherfucker standing between you and a bullet. So, register your bullshit in the fuck it bucket. See, that's what I actually find is like ecstatically stupid about some of these people. They want to block what we say because they know it's the truth and it hurts their fifis. It's that simple. You and I know this. And the two spuds that are sitting there, being bumps on a log and trying to turn around and be like, oh, well, my butthole hurts because you went and you talked some shit on the interwebs. So I'm going to block what you said because I don't agree with it. Rather than just being like, why give him the watch time? Mind blowing. Because you're not really blocking me by sitting there and, disliking me or reporting me. What you're doing, in fact, if you report my channel and I've done nothing so much as to actually cause a actual unlawful ruckus, YouTube turns around at 30 days and says, you know what? You can still keep your channel. You can still keep your videos. You can still keep all of this. Imagine for a second, with everything that I've shown on this fucking channel, everything that I've been through on this channel, everything that I've sat there and said on this channel, all right? And I am still here since 2011. It is 12 years, folks. It's fucking 12 years. You were saying? Yeah, you ain't doing shit. Basically. That's my point. See, when it comes down to it, that's why we argue logic and reason, whereas people who don't argue logic and reason are actually easily fallible, and so they see their channel get taken down, they go and they make a new fucking channel, because they get taken down, and so they feel really fucking, Superman about themselves, and they think, oh, well, because I got taken down, I could take somebody else down. It doesn't work like that. What happens is you draw attention to yourself. And by drawing attention to yourself, the algorithm starts picking you up. And then when the algorithm starts picking you up, they start seeing what the fuck you're doing. And they turn around and go, oh, so you're the problem. You're not YouTube police. You are the reason why these motherfuckers are all banding together and actually getting angry at us. We're going to give you a fucking high holler right up your ass. And if you don't know what a high holler is, that's a punt kick for beyond the goalposts from the 69. Right. I am the unfuckwithable, other than, the actual unfuckwithable who is forging thought. So, yeah. What was that? Defend Ammon Bundy in a public forum. It got my original account banned. That kind of bothers me a little bit. It's just like, how does that work, Joe? Because I defended Ammon Bundy. I defended fucking what's his butters, Leroy. Damn it, I can't remember his name, and that really pisses me off because dude, I'm staunchly behind those gentlemen. They had every right to stand up and say what they said. They also had every right to defend themselves. There was a line crossed, sure, but okay, that's the point where I stop and I say, whoa, brothers, like, hold up. All right, I understand what you're doing. I understand why you're standing up like this. Okay, let's just do this with the proper procedure. Let's do this with the proper understanding of what could happen. I'm going to have to call back. My brother's calling me. So I'm going to kind of shorten this in just a minute, but I have a lot more to say, so I'm probably going to come back. Levoy Finicum. Yes. Not Leroy. Levoy. Like I said, it's been years. Okay. I was part of this whole movement back when it started. I was part of this movement before I ever became part of YouTube. I have been a Minuteman since I was 18. I was 18 in 2005. Okay. So you kind of have to understand, I've got a lot of history behind me dealing with this shit. I've got a good, fair understanding of why we need the militia. It's not a want, it's a need. We need, as militiamen, to be traveling in convoys protecting these individuals who are being targeted by our government. That's our duty, if you didn't know that. We need to be protecting these people. Sadly enough, for a lot of time, they're trying to turn around and say, well, just security forces they're bad. They're going to cause more casualties. Yeah, motherfucker, they're going to cause more casualties. They're going to stop the stupid motherfuckers who are doing the problem in the first place. Or did you not register that the reason for a security guard is literally to be a deterrent to crime? Well, that's your problem, Eric, not mine. Oh, don't feel bad, Tom. I can pretty much catch it up. I can figure out what you were trying to write, as a matter of fact. But it's gone. It actually is gone on mine side too. Oh, come on, fucker. Forging, we summons thee. Yes, but still, we summons thee, but you're not obligated, brother. It's just a matter of we were just, I'm just dicking around and pointing out, I'm unfuckwithable, but I'm not the unfuckwithable. That is forging thought. Yeah, just so you know, if you remove a comment personally, if you personally remove your comment, I can't see it. If you remove somebody else's comment, I can still see it. Okay? That's how this works. Anyways, what was I on about? Oh yeah, I've got to turn around and I got to call my brother back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this down here. We're almost at an hour. I'm going to shut this down and then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to call my brother and then I'm going to come back live and we're going to do a full-on Freedom Forum instead of just, whatever the fuck this was. Man, I don't care if you spell like a mongoloid or a fucking diploid. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I can read what you're trying to say because, let me put it this way. I grew up with a mom who was meticulous about my spelling. I grew up with a dad who was meticulous about me being with numbers. And let me point something out to you. I am dyslexic and I am metroslexic. I cannot fucking do math to save my life, and I cannot fucking read to save my life. My brain does funny shit with the words and letters. I mean, with the The letters and numbers. You see what I'm saying here? Like the more stressed out that I get, the more level of anxiety I get, the harder it is for me to even speak. I do have dyslexia. I do have metroslexia. It's really hard for me to do that shit. But I still accomplish those goals. And that's through me putting that force into it. So as I said, I do have some things that I have to do really quick. But as soon as I am done, I will be coming back. And I will make certain to go ahead and, you know, I'm going to put the post out there. I'm going to make it a public post, just like this one is always. And, you know, the Freedom Forum will continue. Like I said, I just have to take a call. And unfortunately, I'm on my cell phone right now. So in order to take that call, I kind of got to get off the stream. So anyways, folks, thank you very much for coming by and listening to my crazy ass fucking rantings of a fucking crazy ass patriotic bastard. Because the reality of it is that I love you because you are part of the country that I would more than happily stand for on the firing line. You are the reason I still do this. There's no other reason. I don't do it for me. It's a detriment to me. This takes money out of my pocket. This takes time out of my day. This takes, you know, sense of peace from my life. So me doing this for you, I'm actually doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. Trust me in that. If I was doing this for me, you wouldn't see me at all. You might read my comments once in a blue fucking moon, because the reality of it is it stresses me the fuck out. So anyways, as I was saying, I am ye old guardsman. I have been your host for the Freedom Forum. We will return shortly after these massages. And I'm out.